HE sees it somehow necessary to remind us this is a junior adventure. It got so bad people started thinking Junior Adventure was the name of the company instead of the brand.
Deep in the bowels of an old power plant, a sinister plot is hatching.
We open up with a superhero narrative with no connection to the rest of the game, and one I'd much rather be playing.
Ha ha! At last the time has come to hatch my sinister plot!
I don't know if this comic knows what hatching means, but one thing is for sure, it's the Darkness's plan has laid an egg. This shadow doesn't match Darkness's face. It's even pointed in the opposite direction. Also, wearing sunglasses at night.
Ah! Not the Illuminator Mark 5!
Trademarked, as if anyone would expect to sell a flashlight as merchandise. Maybe at Comic-Con, though.
Do you have anything to say before you're sucked into my portable bad guy containment unit?
Sam is a terrible reader. He's skipping important dialogue.
I wish you'd pick up your socks once in a while.
But not all of those socks are Sam's fault. Later on, we hear these socks come from Sam's dad and brother as well. Sam's mom is just being a jerk and blaming Sam for stuff he didn't do.
Don't worry about me, Mom. I'm ready. And I can put on my Pajama Sam mask if I get scared.
A contingency that Sam doesn't do. In fact, he doesn't know where his mask even is, but his mom continues to be a jerk and turns out the light anyway. Also, who could sleep with a mask on anyway? Sam is supposed to be sleeping without the lights on, but he still has a Pajama Sam nightlight, which is the principal cause of the scary shadows going on.
There's no need to hide when it's dark outside.
Roll credits.
I'm not scared.
This is not a horror game. Ron Gilbert fantasized himself as being a more successful comic book writer than a game developer.
I can't sleep with darkness hanging around in my closet. I'm gonna have to capture him.
How is it going to help you sleep to capture darkness? Then the room would be light again, which defeats the purpose of turning the lights off. Sam's mom doesn't seem to care at all that Sam immediately turned the lights back on and is running around his room. Sam keeps a scarf in his room instead of the front door of his house.
Who threw this away?
Sam's mom continues to be a jerk by throwing away one of Sam's only prized possessions.
Here's my flashlight underneath all my socks.
How many socks does Sam even have? There are 10 pairs in the collectible game, yet he already has a ton of socks in his drawer. There is a sock in Sam's room, which you can't get back to after you go into the closet. So if you miss it, then you're incapable of solving the collectible game. Don't worry, HE never learned their lesson.
Oh, here's my Pajama Sam mask. Gotta protect my secret identity.
Yeah, no one will ever guess what your real name is, Pajama Sam.
My signature edition all-metal Pajama Man lunchbox. I mean, my portable bad guy containment unit.
Sam has vocabulary of someone twice his age. Sam's closet door was bought by his mother from a Horror Mansion surplus event. Sam's closet and room is completely packed with everything remotely considered stereotypical of an affluent kid in the 90s. You got every conceivable sports equipment, fishing rods, teddy bears, trucks, the list goes on. At no time is it explained who closed the door on Sam, but at this point, I'm ready to believe it was his clearly abusive mother. C.S. Lewis would like to see you in his office. Falling down the rabbit hole cliché, Sam's flashlight managed to turn itself off in the process of falling. Sam is still conscious. No one in this world will recognize Sam, despite the fact there's a street named after him.
Boy, I had no idea my closet was this big on the inside.
Yes, Sam's closet is a TARDIS. This field of wild plants also has potted plants for no apparent reason. How does Sam get these socks back to his laundry room while he's in the land of darkness? Obvious trap is obvious, but not to Sam. Sam's flashlight and lunchbox are somehow the only items Sam can't keep under his cape.
Customs inspection!
8 to 10-year-olds have no idea what any of this means.
Hey! Like a flashlight!
Excuse you, Shrub, that is the Illuminator Mark 5 Jr.
Did you declare these before entering the land of darkness, young man?
Declare? Well, no, I guess not.
These trees are doing their job well. Sam illegally crossed the border into the land of darkness with the explicit intention of attacking the head of state. At this point, Sam should be a wanted terrorist.
I think we'd better confiscate these items.
We'll confiscate these items, but instead of holding on to them, we'll randomly scatter them behind point-and-click puzzles.
Hey, I need those!
I need those dangerous items to kidnap your leader.
Pajama Sam, eh?
Lazy eyes are evil.
Well, all right then, Pajama Sam. You can go.
No, he isn't. You'll leave him hung up like your Christmas goose. Sam has the upper body strength of someone twice his age.
I feel bad about you losing your things.
I feel bad about you losing your dangerous weapons you were going to use to kidnap my leader. The Easter eggs found by clicking around HE games are fun and cute, but the fact that literally everything reacts to your cursor obscures what is part of the solution to a puzzle and what isn't.
That scary-looking place up there must be Darkness's house. I'll bet that's where I'll find him.
Why? The comic you were inspired from said it was
deep in the bowels of an old power plant.
That is definitely not this.
Would you give me a ride across the river?
Oh no! I can't go in the water, I sink. I'm made of wood, you know.
Either Otto spent his entire life sitting on that one spot, or he has the memory of Dory and never remembers being in the water.
Straight to the bottom, it's so scary. I wish I'd been a car.
This sentence implies that cars float. Although, knowing that HE also made the putt-putt games, this might not be an incorrect interpretation.
I think your friend was wrong. Wood floats in the water.
Wood doesn't float by its very nature. Buoyancy is a result of surface displacement on the water, which is why most ships nowadays are actually made of metal. HE here is teaching kids bad science.
Exactly. Wood floats in water.
Yeah, right. Next you'll be telling me that birds can fly.
It's amazing Otto floats in the end, considering the density of his brain. Okay, wood floats, but it doesn't stick to water like glue. Also, definitely not physics. Sam holds so many things under his cape, it's a wonder he doesn't clank when he walks.
See? It floats. Wood floats.
Yeah?
So you'll float too.
You'll float too. You'll float too.
Otto flings himself northwest from the dock, but somehow lands right in front of the dock.
Let's go sailing.
Well, technically we can't do that since I'm not a sailboat because I don't have a sail.
Well, on that matter, how does Otto move? He doesn't have any sails, oars, or motor, so what propulsion does he have? Hey, don't look at me, I wouldn't bring up the question if he didn't bring it up first. The wood sinks.
Don't try to butter me up. If you want to go across, you'll have to pay a toll.
The only thing on the other side of this bridge is a mini game of cheese and crackers, which you only need if you're going to get the pencil. Yet the bridge forces you to pay the toll regardless whether you need the pencil or not. Basically, this goes to show HE was way ahead of their time in the microtransaction business. Also, while the bridge is talking to Sam, he could just run through the gap and receive no consequence.
Here you go. This should be at least a pound.
There is no way this gold is exactly a pound, and if it is more than a pound, then the bridge owes Sam the difference.
Mom told me I shouldn't play with my food.
No, cheese and crackers is the name of a game, see?
Where you literally play with food. Do you know how many families could be fed with this game?
Hey, this is like tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-who? No, this is cheese and crackers.
HE's minigames are just lazy. This is just tic-tac-toe, and the remote mining terminal is just Snake.
This pencil says construction crew on it.
Where does Sam read that? The pencil is blank.
I'm the most important member of the Land of Darkness construction crew.
How is the most important part of the construction crew a pencil? Sure, I get that it's important, but I wouldn't exactly rate it above, say, the dynamite or the wrench.
If you're so important, why are you hanging around in the park instead of working with the construction crew?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Pencil avoids the only legitimate question here, pen abducting. We never see Sam's hand stamped the rest of the game. This garden grows both pumpkins and fully baked pumpkin pies.
Hey, that's my flashlight! My flashlight's in there!
How did the trees get the flashlight in the shack when there's no doorknob? The doorknob fell off when Sam barely touched it, but somehow it fits in the shack in a solid piece. Sam and Otto survives this.
Crap! Can't reach it!
If Sam wasn't so hydrophobic, he could just climb out of the boat and wade the water to get the lunchbox. It clearly isn't that deep. Where does all this water flow to? Both the well and the waterfall flow down the current, and the geyser clearly doesn't send that much water up each time. In fact, most of it falls back down.
So the only reason you're making this stream is so you'll have water to make the stream?
What are you trying to do? Put me out of a job?
This wishing well would be successful in Congress. Sam is still conscious.
Water in passages deep down where the rocks are hot gets heated up to the point where it would normally turn into steam.
8 to 10-year-olds have no idea what any of this means. It feels like HE had a quota of educational content for this game, so they decided to pack it all in one scene, with absolutely no bearing on any of the puzzles. Also, how does Otto know all of this, but didn't know that wood floats? You are able to redo this unbearable dialogue however many times you want by accidentally clicking the geyser again, which also starts originally automatically. No, I don't think you'll find that in that direction in this world.
This is an exclusive road. It's for trees only. Yes, trees only.
That's racist.
Violence is never a good solution.
So Sam knows this is a dangerous weapon, but for some reason he prefers to use his flashlight to fight darkness. Unprompted QuickTime events.
Good day to you, fellow tree.
This works.
Hey, that's my signature edition all-metal Pajama Man lunchbox over there.
But I don't notice the mask sitting 2 feet away from me. Speaking of which, how did Carrot get the mask anyway? It was last confiscated by the wooden border guards.
This mask belongs to the people.
This proletariat carrot is the means of production. Suck on that, bourgeoisie. If carrots can fly in this world, that could sure come in handy in other puzzles.
Anyway, I need the mask to protect my identity as the leader of the Salad Liberation Front.
The what?
The Salad Liberation Front.
immediately stating something out loud that I was just keeping secret just seconds ago.
We're tired of being relegated to the salad. We want to be the main course.
These carrots are fighting a revolution so they can get cannibalized quicker.
Whatever, I just want my mask back.
Sam insists on his private property despite having stolen almost everything not tied down.
I'll come with you to the kitchen so I can direct the operation.
Carrot doesn't end up directing anything. Sam does all the work. Sam has his mask at this point. If he decided to relegate the carrot as his main course now, he wouldn't have to go to the kitchen at all.
I don't feel so good.
I could name a few reasons why. This minecar is named King. Yes, it's pronounced King, in spite of being spelled as Xing or Zing. I don't make the rules around here. What does Darkness need a gold mine for? He clearly doesn't need money.
I wouldn't go in there on foot if I was you. Hot lava and so forth. Much too dangerous on foot. You'll need a minecart.
Somehow, I doubt riding a minecart is safer than on foot.
That's great. My name's Mud.
Really?
Sam is way too excited to hear about mud.
Gee, that's too bad.
Yeah, especially in summer when the pigeons come down here for some shade.
At what point is there shade in the land of darkness? We all wish oil on rust worked like that.
Oh, I've been rusted to that spot for years.
Years? We see later that a bunch of miners were all ready to dig a new section of track. Then how did they let the most important minecart rust on the tracks? Unless we are to believe that the miners left the pencil across the river for years as well, which raises more questions. The number of G-forces on Sam right now should definitely not leave him conscious. Also, what nut designed this mine?
Wait, we give! Uncle!
I was tired of that job anyway.
Do you think Darkness will be mad?
He never comes down here.
Bye now, have a nice day.
After assaulting 3 boards and injuring one of them, Sam throws a passing insult to wish them a nice day in the land of darkness. A section of mines abandoned for years has a working torch. The difficulty needed for this puzzle is downright insulting, even for 8-year-olds.
Now that's a fine piece of work.
Why was this pencil needed again? It's literally just outlining the doorway, which was already pretty obvious. King navigates his way through unfamiliar track in the dark and survives. Why do these tracks even exist? These don't go anywhere, and these ones go straight up vertically. Darkness seriously needs a new construction crew. Also, how the heck did the trees get the flashlight this deep underground?
Well, I think it's broken.
What was your first clue? I take it back. Sam has the upper body strength of a bodybuilder. He hauls King up the track on the winch with only one arm.
Hey, King, what's this thing?
Well, that's a water meter.
I get that the random pieces of laundry appliances are a kind of lamp shading, but why do we then throw an actual piece of mining equipment like a water meter? Also, what does this water meter even measure? There are no units, and there certainly is no body of water in the mines.
Hey, a nail! I can't reach that nail!
Seriously? You could just get out of the minecar, and it's literally 2 feet away. The magnet was pointed straight to the nail, so unless it's not really made of metal, it would be sucked up long before all the other pieces that are screwed into the ground.
Don't even bother, kid. It's a one-way door.
I won't even question why Darkness has a door from a secret lab to the mines, because I'm sure he has his reasons. But why did he make it one way? That's just asking for trouble. Why would anyone using the mines need to use these signs? Besides which, that passage leads to a lot of different places, not just gold. This seems to indicate that Darkness's treehouse is made of rock. The pickaxe breaks doing exactly what it's designed for.
That there is a remote mining terminal. Try it out. It's fun.
This remote mining terminal is no game. It's designed to remotely control mining cars elsewhere in the mines, and Sam is callously running them into lava and rocks by the dozens. Darkness can't spell rocks.
Oh, all right, here you go.
Darkness may already have won a fabulous $1 million prize. Yeah, right.
Sam demonstrates a 419 scam is less believable than a talking mailbox.
Wow, physics.
Definitely not physics. The land of darkness is rather arbitrary what objects reveal their sentience and which ones don't.
I guess I weigh more than 1 stone.
Zach Zook is never wrong, my friend. You weigh 42 pounds. This basket elevator clearly doesn't work as intended. Why does Darkness even keep it around?
Hello? Anybody home?
Darkness has locked himself in his closet, but does nothing about the security of his front door.
I've got digging down to a science.
Using a wooden stove in a treehouse. This entire room is the most beautiful use of iMuse in any HE game. What the heck? Let's take off a sin.
Sharp as my wits, I'm hard as steel. Chop things to bits for a tasty meal.
Is Darkness going to come out of his closet at some point to eat this dinner?
Hey guys, don't you see he's with me and you're free to go?
This plan works, even while singing it loudly in front of the refrigerator.
In Darkness's house, it's always lunchtime.
Lunch? In a world that's eternally nighttime? No explanation is given why objects care about being seen dancing.
It's stuck and I can't move this couch.
Come on, Sam. I see you haul up a minecart one-handed, and you can't move a couch? This couch is given a male voice here.
Nobody here but us pieces of furniture.
But a female voice here. Darkness is shown with a friend or sibling, but still manages to have no friends.
Hello, and welcome to The Brain Tickler!
Why does Darkness have a game show between his room and his library? Is this some sort of elaborate security precaution?
I think we can arrange that, can't we, Wink?
That's right, Blink!
These doors are called Wink and Blink, but they both blink.
The Brain Tickler!
Where is this audience? Is this being televised? Nothing about these doors make any sense. Where does Darkness's power come from for this mic?
His interests include skydiving, channeling ancient spirits, and stamp collecting.
I don't collect stamps. You're making that up.
I have many questions for Sam now. The answers to these questions arbitrarily range from benign jokes to reasonably challenging.
That makes you the new Brain Tickler Grand Champion!
Sam has replaced Darkness as the Grand Champion. Does this mean Darkness is now locked out of his own lab?
I didn't do it! I barely touched it!
Kleptomania.
We're fine. Thank you for asking. I'm not. In fact, I'm downright downbeat.
Oh? How come?
Because I ain't got nobody.
These music jokes are so old they went over the developers' heads.
I think I need to swing higher.
This is the most unreasonable puzzle in the game. No other HE game ever requires the player to use sheer button mashing to solve. Vandalism. Also, why is there a random pair of oars in the music room? Also, Sam somehow keeps a pair of oars tucked under his cape.
Wait, don't tell me, let me guess. You're here to defeat Darkness, right?
How did you know that?
Seen it before, boy.
You mean I'm not the first one?
Oh, heavens no.
What exactly stopped the other kids from defeating Darkness? He's clearly harmless, and if they all made friends with Darkness like Sam did, then he lied about not having friends. Besides which, Darkness implied he has never expected anyone to vanquish him.
Vanquish? Is that fun?
This clock still works despite having his gears suspended in space, one of which Sam removes. Time continues to progress in the game, meaning that the time you read on the younger clock isn't even accurate. A reading chair under a reading lamp.
The Book of Clues.
Answer in the middle of the book cliché. Also, if there's a literal book of clues, can't Sam just look up where his stuff is hiding?
Whoa, that looks like a secret door.
A not-so-secret door. Also, doesn't help that the secret combination is literally 5 feet in front of it. The secret door only requires books to be pushed in once, and that one time turned 360 degrees, as opposed to the 180 as usual. Sam is still conscious. On the other side of this wooden wall is a mine made of rock.
Senor Scarlet in the basement with the plunger.
This poor chair is traumatized from previous adventure games, and can only speak in clue terms from now on. Some of these formulas would be really handy for other puzzles in the game, besides the temporary invisibility potion that we do use. Screw the flashlight, I'm breathing fire at Darkness. Sam survives this. This is still not a horror game.
I've become staggeringly intelligent. All the world's knowledge is mine.
So, do you know where your stuff is now?
You will do! You will do!
I'm on TV! Hey, let me out! There's nothing to do in here.
Sam experiences the career of a YouTuber in the span of 3 seconds.
Internal Revenue Service. I'm gonna have to take some of that for taxes.
The IRS steals all of Sam's money, but fails to tax the huge lump of gold that he's still carrying. Once again, Sam manages to screw up the day using his mighty brain. How does King know to pick you up here?
This won't hurt a bit.
This chair has absolutely no reason to trust Sam at this point. How does the elevator know to let Sam in when he's invisible? For that matter, why does the elevator only allow Sam to ride up, but not down? More QuickTime events. Darkness seems to be a fan of both Hispanic and West African culture. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It all ends where it begins cliché. Sam's lunchbox and flashlight are the only items Sam has to awkwardly carry in his hands.
closet. He's in the closet.
How did Darkness lock himself in? The padlock is on the outside, and the key is buried in a cabinet a few feet away. A pickaxe would really come in handy now, huh? Doors continue to inexplicably close behind Sam automatically.
Really? Do you like to play cheese and crackers?
Do I? I played it with a toaster in the park.
Like, once? Sam's probably a noob compared to Darkness.
We just need some crackers and some tasty cheese.
Why does the cheese need to be tasty? It's not like you're going to eat it.
Oh yeah? Hey, what do you know? I defeated Darkness.
Sam defeats Darkness at a game designed to always end in a draw. Either Dark's brain is 1 star shy of a constellation, or Sam is more brilliant than he leads on. Sam, did you not hear what your mother told you about picking up your socks? This game that teaches kids to not be afraid of the dark ends with Darkness creepily staring over a 6-year-old kid while he sleeps. These comics are a nice touch, but they also include parts of the game you didn't actually complete.
Darkness has fallen and there's still no sign of dawn.